Hello, Dee.
I just had a horrible fight with Roger, so I moved out.
Yeah. With all your things, huh?
Yeah.
Well, may one ask what you were fighting about? Or would that be intruding?
No. No, it was about you, as a matter of fact. Roger wouldn't take me to Faith's surprise party.
Well, you can console yourself. It wasn't the social event of the season. As far as the surprise party, the surprise was on me. When Faith walked in with Pat Ryan.
You see, I knew it. I knew it.
Hold
I knew
it.
that...
I don't want to hear another word from you about Faith and Pat Ryan. Have you got that?
Yeah, okay.
I've had all I need of the two of them for one evening.
Yeah, it's just that they messed with the party. I'm really sorry.
It was fine. Because I didn't get out of control and I didn't say one word. And that's the way it's going to go on.
Yeah, sure.
I can't allow myself the luxury of being jealous. Because it might just ruin my marriage.
Yeah, well, you know, some people can't help but show their feelings.
It's only a matter of self-control, willpower, character. A man can do anything he wants if he concentrates.
Right, right. You're right about that, but I just can't believe that you didn't say a word to Pat or Faith.
Well, Pat only stayed a few minutes. And what was there to say? Faith fainted at the hospital.
She fainted?
Yes, she's had low blood pressure because of the pregnancy. It wasn't serious, but Pat thought that he should walk her to the house. That's all there was to it. So what the hell should I be jealous about?
Nothing, right.
That's right. But my stubborn Irish head has had problems understanding that, so I've been out for a run, 4 miles, just to get it out of my system.
4 miles?
That's right, and it's worked. All those irrational feelings I've had about Faith and Pat, they're gone. It's as if they never existed. I know everything's going to work out fine, Delia, because that's all that I'm going to allow happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, if there's anything I can do for you.
No, nothing at all. I'm fine, really.
Maybe I can carry a bag for you.
No. Why don't you go see Faith? I mean, if she wasn't feeling well, you should go see her.
Yeah. I think I'll do that. Good night, Delia.
Good night, Tom.
No, this is really terrible. I mean, the way this thing is set up, there's no way you can avoid offending people in 3 counties, maybe 4.
What are you looking at, Bob?
Well, the schedule for tomorrow. What happened to Chattahoochee, Cattaraugus, and Allegheny counties?
Now, hang on here. I know we planned them.
Huh?
Lift the page, Bob.
Oh. Well, I gotta be tired. Okay, it's all there. I guess all we have to do now is run everything on schedule.
No, it is. It's a lot of ground to cover in one day. You see, the secret is quick visits. We'll dazzle them with the way we rush in and command attention, and then leave them breathless with a fast exit.
Okay, these are all places where you just have to make a fast appearance, just enough so the locals can get their picture taken with you and say you were there.
You see them here, you see them there, you see them everywhere.
You're crazy, and I'm just a little bit beat.
Hey, Bob, why don't you go on and get a good night's sleep? We rendezvous for breakfast in about 7 hours.
Okay, great. You're on a tough campaign, Ray, but it's a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Frank, I'll see you later.
Take care, Bob.
Okay.
So, how do you think the day went?
Good. They like me.
I love you. You have any idea how sensational you are?
Oh, I thought the upstage speech went well, if that's what you mean.
I mean, they liked you. It's very exciting. I went through this whole country with Bill a year ago. They liked him. They respected him. There wasn't any magic. You got magic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You want to hear more?
Well, I have to tell you, it certainly is interesting.
Oh, damn it. Are they ever going to let us alone?
No.
Sorry, I better not do that.
Yeah, let's only take a minute.
Yeah.
Hello.
Frank, it's Jill.
Hello, Jill.
I'm sorry to be calling so late, but I couldn't reach you earlier.
Well, I tried to call you, but they said you were asleep in Edmund's room. How is he?
Well, he's better. Not a great deal, but at least there's some improvement.
Uh-huh. Well, what did Dr. Gellert, was he of any help?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to thank you for suggesting him. He and Faith seem to have agreed on some sort of diagnosis, and the oxygen's really helping.
I keep wondering if I shouldn't come down there anyway, Jill.
I'd love it if you were here.
Yeah, well, me too.
But, I mean, the baby doesn't seem to be critical, and I'm not sure it's really necessary. Anyway, you must be up to your ears in the campaign.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's about it.
Well, then wait, and I'll call you if anything happens.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
How's it going, anyway?
Well, you'd think I was a local boy who made good and was coming home. They like me that much.
Oh, do they think they've discovered you?
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, just remember who discovered you first.
I haven't forgotten.
I wish I were with you. No, what I mean is I wish, well, you know.
Yeah.
Frank, is Ray there?
Uh-huh. We've been working on tomorrow's schedule.
But I thought you were sounding a little inhibited. It's all right, though. I'll keep you posted on how things are going here.
Fine. Thanks for calling.
Makes me so sad and so mad to see you go through that with Jill. Somewhere along the line, you've got to realize there isn't any future for the two of you together.
Watch your step on that carpet, Dee. It's already ruined my shoes with your bubble bath, and I'm sure that you don't want to ruin your shoes as well.
Look, I'm sorry. I will buy you new shoes, just as long as I don't have to take it out of my capital.
Well, I'm not sure that paying for them is quite enough. I mean, letting the bathtub overflow on purpose because you wanted me to take you to a party.
Roger, would you just let me get a word in?
I believe that you said a lot of words earlier. You declared your independence from me, from my
Roger.
hospitality. Yes, Dee.
Look, I just saw Tom upstairs, and he is crazy. I mean, he is really crazy. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about your brother-in-law, Tom Desmond.
Tom,
Hi.
are you all right?
I'm fine. I've never been better.
Well, you were gone so long, I tried to stay awake,
I'm
but I...
glad you went to sleep. We want you to get all the rest you can.
Are you angry that I let Pat bring me home?
I understand that you fainted and that you thought it would be a good idea to have somebody walk you back to the house.
That's all it was, really. Are you sure you're not mad?
How could I be mad with you when I love you so much?
It's possible.
I'm not going to allow any of those things to happen again. Nothing is going to come between us. What's important now is the baby you're carrying, and that's all.
It was a lovely idea having a party for me. I was really very touched. But when Pat and I came in together, I know you had to be upset.
I won't allow myself to be upset.
Tom, it was only a couple of weeks ago that you were so angry, and I was literally afraid.
I know, and that's why I don't want you to be scared anymore. I don't want you afraid of my bad temper or that I'll overreact to a perfectly innocent meeting between you and Pat. I don't want you afraid of anything.
I wasn't afraid for me. I was worried. Worried about you.
About us?
Yes.
And our marriage, and our future together, and the sort of situation we'll be bringing our child into.
More or less.
All that because I let my filthy temper get the better of me a few times.
I'm not sure it's quite that simple.
It is to me. Please don't judge me on those incidents. They're in the past. They won't be repeated. I love you too much to subject you to any of that again.
I was so afraid when I walked into that room tonight.
I know. You see, you were frightened. And there was no reason to be, was there?
No.
I had myself in control. I kept myself there.
But you didn't just go out for a walk. You've been running.
I know, but that helps me to work things through. You and that beautiful baby you're carrying are the most important things in the world to me. I love you both. Please don't worry about me, because I'm managing fine. It only makes my job harder.
I'm sorry. You were so understanding tonight. I don't know why I'm carrying on like this.
Because you've come to expect the worst from me. And what I'm trying to show you is that from now on, you can expect the best.
Tom,
I know I'm a lucky man. And I don't want to spoil things.
Oh, I don't think it was all luck. You're a rather attractive man.
Hold on to that thought, will you? I'm gonna have a quick shower. Faith, I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere. Tom, I won't go to sleep either.
I'm not quite sure what you meant by that.
I'm simply suggesting that any outsider who watched you objectively would see an appalling incompatibility.
No.
It's true. Start with Jill. For all her contemporary thinking, she's a very traditional person.
Jill would laugh if she ever heard you say that.
Yeah, well, maybe she would, maybe she wouldn't. She might agree with me. You know, she's a very strong, independent lady with a rather inflexible fix on what she wants from life. What she wants, Frank, is a home. And a husband for her and a father for her baby.
And you don't see me as a husband and a father?
Not in her terms, no. No. It's kind of funny. Because she has a job, because she works all day, she really needs a man who's going to be available for her on weekday evenings and weekends. That is when she'd want to have you around, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that'd be just fine if you were a lawyer with a local practice, or still on the police force, or basically doing anything that can be accomplished between the hours of 9 and 5. But you're not, and what's more, you don't want to be.
I do want to be with Jill. I'm clear about that.
How? How, Frank? Really, how? As a politician, you know. Political meetings happen evenings. Major political events happen on the weekends.
Yeah, there's some of that, yes.
There's a lot of it. Your constituents can't see you on the weekdays. They work from 9 to 5 themselves. So when are they going to see you? Well, let's see. Monday night, teachers. Tuesday night, concerned leaders of the black community. Wednesday, you are addressing a craft union. Thursday, something else. Friday, something else. And then over the weekend, the business community gets together for a real wheeling and dealing session.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, it does. And it gets worse. Think. Think about Jill. Really, the kind of person she is. She's a warm, outgoing woman. She's going to want to share with her husband. She's going to want constant contact. That's the kind of contact that you're going to have more and more difficulty providing.
Look, it isn't as if I'm new to politics. I've been on city council now for 3 years.
Yeah, and it's already caused tremendous amount of time conflicts between you and Jill. And now we're talking about the Senate, the United States Senate, with demands you can't even imagine.
I am not willing to let that happen.
Then you're being unrealistic.
No, I am not. Washington is full of senators who have children and wives.
No. Washington is full of busy men who ask incredible sacrifices from their children and wives.
Well, yes, I suppose they do.
And men who make incredible sacrifices themselves as well.
I am really curious why you're bringing this up. Now, in the middle of the campaign, when you know I'm swept up and excited by it all.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's exactly why.
Meaning what?
Meaning, maybe I'm afraid she's going to be a constant pull against the campaign, against your doing the best possible job when you are elected, and against another campaign.
Well, if you insist on describing it in your terms, yes, I suppose she would.
And maybe what really bothers me is that I'm afraid she'll be a stronger pull than anything else. Could that happen?
I don't know, Ray. You're asking me to make a choice that I'd hoped never to make.
Yeah, I know you don't want to, but maybe you can't avoid it. How would you feel about backing out, just giving up? And don't just say no automatically. Think about it.
Ray, listen. I want to win this election. You know that.
I'd hoped.
I am a politician. It's the thing I do. It's the thing I like.
Bravo.
It means a great deal to me.
Bravo.
But more than that, I am proud of the things that I have accomplished in the city council, and I firmly believe that I can make a real contribution in the Senate.
So do I.
And I also believe that somehow Jill and I are going to make it work.
All right. I admire your optimism, even though I'm not convinced that you can win this one.
But I am convinced. I'll do it.
What do you mean Tom's crazy?
I mean, Tom is crazy. I know about things like that. Look, when I started working with Dr. Pagano, he said 80% of the time I was in a fantasy world, 20% of the time I was in the real world.
You were that sick?
Yes, okay, and the last week he said to me now, 80% in the real world, 20% in a fantasy world. I think that's terrific progress, you know?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, I was just up with Tom, right by the stoop, and he started talking about the party, started talking about Faith and Patty.
Well, it wasn't a very good moment.
No, it wasn't just what he said.
No?
No, something very strange was going on in his mind. I mean, I couldn't figure it out at all, but see, it reminded me of when I was sick.
It's natural enough that Tom would be unsettled when Faith walked in with Pat.
Roger, it's not just that he was unsettled.
Well, he handled the party all right.
Yeah, he might have handled the party fine, but then he went running for 4 miles. He started talking about feelings of jealousy, keeping them under control.
All right, now, suppose he did. Now, there's nothing crazy or even unreasonable.
You know, you're not even listening to me.
Yes, I'm listening,
You're not
Dee.
listening to me. You're arguing with me.
Just because I happen to not agree with
Okay,
what...
you know, you think I'm a ditzy person, but I've been working 3 hours with Dr. Pagano a week. Now, something very, very strange was going on in Tom's mind. I know it. It wasn't just what he said. It was the way that he said it.
Dee, how sure are you about what you're saying?
I'm sure.
What do you think I ought to do about it?
Well, I think since Faith is your sister, I think you ought to say something to her.
Well, it's something like, Faith, Delia says your husband sounds like he's crackers.
No, I think possibly you could work on that a little bit better.
Faith, I'm sorry to mention this,
Roger,
but...
just say something, okay?
Okay, I will.
Good. You will?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that's good. That's okay.
Delia, if your instincts are right, then that's the responsible thing to do.
You mean you're really gonna take me seriously?
That's what you've been telling me to do.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah, that's fine. See, I realized talking to Tom that, you can't be unrealistic about yourself. You know, I mean, I was really unrealistic earlier tonight. I really was.
You see that?
Well, I see that. And I was unrealistic about wanting to go to that party. Faith didn't want me there when no one wanted me there. You see, that's the 20% of the fantasy world that Dr. Pagano was talking about.
Well, at least you see that now.
Yeah, I do see that. Look, I'm sorry about everything. Oh gosh. I promise you I'm gonna buy you, new shoes.
Thank you.
Roger, is it okay if I come live with you again?
Well, I've gotten sort of used to having you around. I'd be lonely without you.
Me too. It's okay?
Yeah. It's okay.
That's great.
This Thursday, a long-term relationship needs a short-term miracle. Sounds like a job for the guy who wrote the book on relationships. An all-new Greg Barron's Wake Up Call, part of Sugar Free Valentine's, Thursday at 10 on SoapNet.